Hi guys, I'm Brittany Tedder. This is my co-host Robbie Vogler, and it's that time of the year for a sports recap.
That's right, we're going to talk about our favorite moments during the year, as well as your final standings of the Liberty Flames.
Let's start with the results. Your men's soccer team finished 11-6-2 and beat the Bulldogs of Gardner-Webb to win the Big South Championship. They went into the NCAA tournament and matched up against Old Dominion University. Unfortunately, the game ended in a shootout, and the Flames just couldn't hang on and lost to the Monarchs 5-4. Your women's volleyball team finished 20-12 overall and 12-2 in the Big South. They headed to the Big South tournament seeded number 1 and beat Radford in the finals to win the Big South Championship title. Now they're off to play in the NCAA tournament. Liberty's football team finished 7-4 overall and 5-1 in Big South Conference. They played Stony Brook in New York in the Big South Championship, and after a long day of back and forth scoring, Liberty just couldn't hang on and lost to the Seawolves 31-41. And last but not least, your men's basketball team just got started. They played their home opener against Randolph College right before the break and got off to a great start this season, winning 81-58. Robbie, what were some of your favorite moments over the course of this season?
I'd have to say my favorite moment was when Chris Summers caught that game-winning catch in overtime against Presbyterian College. Close game the whole way through, second overtime, scores it, Liberty wins.
It was such a great moment. Let's take a look right now. What were some of your favorite interviews that we did?
I would definitely have to say my favorite interview was Chris Phillips of the men's soccer team. At the beginning of the season, he said he wanted to win a Big South championship and go to the NCAA tournament, and he did just that. He was a senior, the captain of this team, and he saw his team go the whole way.
That's it for Optional Youth Sports this semester. I'm Brittany Tedder.
And I'm Robbie Vogler. We'll see you next semester.
Have a Merry Christmas. Hi guys, and welcome to the Club Sports Team of the Week. I'm Brittany Tedder, and each week we're going to take an in-depth look at one of Liberty's club sports teams. This week we're going to talk to the archery team. We're going to talk to their coach about their road to nationals. We're going to talk to the national titleists themselves, and I might even get a lesson on how to shoot a bow and arrow.
We've had several students over the years, trying to accomplish the feat of winning a national championship, and we finally got lucky enough this year to have 3 archers that did so, put a lot of time and effort into it. They deserve it. They've spent a lot of time here practicing, up on the mountain practicing, and at our facility in True Ball practicing. So a lot of time and effort was put into it, and it's, solely their responsibility, and I was just there giving a little bit of instruction, what I know best, and ultimately, they come through and competed. 2 of them came from behind to win, and Danielle led wire to wire. So, it's signs of never giving up and doing what they know how to do best, so what they practiced.
My dad was always into archery, and I decided then that I was going to try to get into it as well. My first year of archery was probably when I was maybe 14, 15 years old, and I started shooting at that point, and I shot my first deer my first year of archery hunting, and that's when I became hooked to archery. And after that point, I've been shooting my bow ever since. To win a national title is pretty cool. I think I didn't think I'd ever have this opportunity to win a national title. I mean, you'd go against big schools like Texas and Penn State and Michigan State and things like just big schools. It's pretty cool. Especially I know some of those schools are known for their target shooting, and they're known for their good teams. And but to win a national title is definitely the biggest thing I'll probably ever win in my entire life. So it's legit. It's definitely to maybe try to compete well against not just college kids, but against actual professional archers and stuff, and people like that, like our coach. He's pretty good, so if I can beat him one day, I'll be really happy.
I've been involved in archery since I was about 5, so about 16 years. My dad taught me how to shoot, and I've loved it ever since. It's pretty amazing. I've won many other competitions, like 3D competitions, but winning a national championship is pretty awesome.
I got involved in archery. My dad started me off. He took me hunting at a very young age, and I think I just wanted to follow my father's footsteps. I just wanted further not only my education, but all along with my archery experience. And there aren't too many other schools out there that have what Liberty truly has to offer. I've won a couple state titles before. It's a whole different experience. You're competing against people from across the country. I've done it before, but I've never been successful. And to finally succeed is truly a blessing and an honor. I feel that few get to experience, and I am still in shock about it. There is no higher title or honor than to be called national champion. Now that we're done at the collegiate level for this year, we move on not only just for college people, but I move into the male bow open category where I shoot from everybody my age all the way up to 55, I think it is. And they get much, much better. And between that time, they've had a lot more experience than I have. They have a lot more time behind the bow and judging targets, which is the hardest part of this game. And I just look to compete and to succeed at the next level. And I'm looking forward and I'm privileged to do so.
I think it's too much. Probably is. So look at that. And don't pull here. Pull. And pull right through here. Push and pull. Yeah, kind of push and pull at the same time. You keep pulling like this, but that's okay.
That's really difficult.
It is difficult.
I can't believe you guys do this like all day long. This has been your Club Sports Team of the Week. If you want your Club Sports team featured on our show, be sure to email me at btedder@liberty.edu. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
It feels good in knowing that you taught them how to do all that stuff, and when they first come in here, they don't know what they're doing. There's a couple of them who've been to all of our camps that have been, improved so much since the first time that they got here.
It's really cool because all the little kids that come in the first day and they don't really know what to expect, they're scared, they don't really know what to do in cheering, but as the week goes on and you teach them, they all get better, and it's so exciting to see them because they're just getting better. They're loud, they're sharp, and they're excited to be cheerleaders, and it's really good to see.
It's awesome definitely to know that we've been here all 4 years. We got to grow with the team because we weren't always, champions. We had to work for it. It makes me proud that all of our hard work paid off because we had, morning practices and all that kind of stuff that we hated doing, but it was so worth it in the end. Hearing them call our name for, the first regional championship for girls, it was really awesome. So.
Unbelievable. I can't even express how excited we were when we were the first ones that were able to get that on the banner and be able to say that we won back-to-back first for Grassfield. And you're always going to remember it. Like, it's not something you can forget.
It's definitely scary. You have to be really brave, and you also have to trust. You definitely have to trust all of your teammates, and you can't be afraid that they won't catch you because they always will. I know they always will.
It's a lot harder than people think. It's not just the typical cheerleader on the movie, it's hard work, dedication.
Walking down the hallway here at Grassfields for the last time, Katie and Zoe leave a legacy here, regional champions in cheerleading. But their journey doesn't end here. Now they're off to Old Dominion University to start a new legacy of their own.
Know that I'm going to Old Dominion, I'm going to be able to cheer there. It was really sad when I didn't know if I was going to be able to cheer, but it's also sad because, we've been here for so long. It's like our home. She's my best friend, so we're going to be roommates, and it's really cool to know that I have somebody there with me the whole time, that I'm never going to be alone or scared, because that's definitely a scary feeling when you're a freshman. You have nobody, so it's really cool to have her along with me.
Could Princess Anne make it 2 in a row tonight at Lansdowne? On their opening drive, quarterback Shaheem Swinton would air this one out to number 1, Justin Smith. Couple of moves later, he would take it the rest of the way into the end zone. Eagles on the board. Next, Cavaliers of Princess Anne would answer right back on the next play as number 5, Shelton Beal, catches the kickoff, and it's off to the races, and it's touchdown Princess Anne. Watch the determination by Shaheem Swinton. He never stops moving his feet, and he would move the pile off the goal line for the Lansdowne touchdown. Later, it was Swinson from his own end zone. He takes it right up the middle. That's good for 20 yards. And then it would be Swinson again with this amazing pass to Daquan Rosario. He's wide open, and there's nothing between him and the end zone. The Eagle has landed. Touchdown, Lansdowne. Princess Anne dreams of winning 2 straight or dash. Lansdowne wins this. I'm Brittany Tedder, and we're out here at Princess Anne as they're about to take on the Cox Falcons. Things will get started off quick here as Tommy McKee airs it out to Brian Campbell, and that will set up this play. McKee with the handoff to Mike Tomasi. He barrels into the end zone for the Cox touchdown, and the Falcons are on the boards first. Then it's the Cavaliers' turn as Shelton Beal hands off to Adrix Harris. He would gain a few yards on this play before being brought down by Falcons defenders. Then Beal with the handoff again to Aaron Glover, who barrels through defenders down the field, putting the Cavaliers in good position. Then Beal juggles the hike, but hangs on to it and takes it down the sidelines, bypassing defenders and into the end zone for the Princess Anne touchdown. Cox would win it though, 21-14. RG3 gave Redskins fans something to cheer about today. Here the Redskins are in scoring position. RG3 finds a great gap up the middle into the end zone, but wait, he fumbles. No worries though, because teammate Pierre Garçon is there. He falls on it for the Redskins touchdown. Skins lead 7-3. Next, the Redskins defense would step up. Here, Josh Freeman throws downfield, but D'Angelo Hall is there. Interception, Redskins. That would set up this play. RG3 keeps it, runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. They extend their lead 14-3 over the Bucks. RG3 then with the handoff to running back Alfred Morris. He dodges the pile, breaks a few tackles, turns on the Jets, and that's another 6 for the Redskins. In the third quarter, Tampa Bay's Josh Freeman with this 7-yard pass to Vincent Jackson. Touchdown, Bucks. But they're still trailing 21-13. Then in the fourth, Tampa Bay would come back after this 2-yard run by LeGarrette Blount, good for the touchdown. The Buccaneers would then try a 2-point conversion, but that was no good. Then they would get another chance later on as Connor Barth gets a 47-yard field goal, putting Tampa Bay ahead by 1 point. Finally though, with 7 seconds on the clock, Redskins bring out kicker Billy Cundiff, who was 0 for 3 on the day. But in this last attempt, he sends it straight through the uprights, and the Redskins get the win 24-22.
3 seconds show on the clock. Officially from 41.
We've all heard the expression, there's good, and then there's great. Well, Maria Bilea is great. She was named the CAA Player of the Year. She's a 2-time first-team All-CAA member, and she's earned one of the 16 automatic spots in the NCAA tournament.
It's incredible. This was my goal by the end of the year, for the year, but I was not expecting it. I've noticed that I fell out of the rankings last 2 weeks, so I was kind of a little bit let down. But then when I heard it, I was ecstatic. So it really means a lot.
The Russian-born junior credits her parents for getting her involved in the sport of tennis at the young age of 5. She transferred to William & Mary after a year at Clemson.
It's definitely benefited me as a person and as a player. I feel like I've grown a lot because of the coaches and the girls. I feel like the coaches give us a lot of individual attention. I really feel like they're helping us grow as individual players and as a team. And the girls, there's just words can't even begin to describe how close of a team we are. So it's been a great transition.
She tells me that the best part of her game is her backhand.
Very Russian of me to have my best shot being the backhand, but I feel like it's the most solid and I can do the most damage off of it, especially backhand down the line. Nothing feels better than just hitting a nice clean winner down the backhand down the line.
Maria has hit many game winners this season, earning herself 21 single wins. Here's another thing that makes her great. She is also qualified in doubles in the NCAA tournament. She and her playing partner Utzel Lomans are one of the nation's best teams. They have been nationally ranked in the top 10 all year with a 22-4 record. Her partner says Maria is one of the best on the court.
Very powerful player from the back, has a great serve, good hands, just overall player, but her backhand is world class.
The doubles team are just out of this world. I mean, they complement each other so well. When they're healthy, they're honestly a a team that's capable of winning the whole thing. So it'll be fun to see them play.
So most days you'll find Maria right here on the court. And why does she love the game so much?
The reason I play for the game really is for the competition and the battle, and really, I mean, just having, yelling that come on and pumping your fist after a huge important point is really the reason that, we play for.